Hello everyone, this is CJNovo982 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video is the fan recap of Kilmarnock versus Rangers, and before we go any further in today's video, I just want to apologise about the length of time it took me to get this video. I'm not losing interest, I'm not sort of slacking or anything like that. I've actually got something going on now on Saturdays between 7 to 10 PM. Bit of training for something that's going to be pretty exciting for the channel in a couple of months time, so I can't announce anything, I can't go into any more detail on that. I have to be pretty careful what I actually say in this video, but yeah, I just want to apologise to every single person who's commented and tweeted on Instagram me asking where the fan recap is. Well, it's now, so yeah. But anyway, let's just dive right into the video then, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Kilmarnock 0, Rangers 0. Now that was the final score, and boy was it a bore fest. Like, genuinely not much moments of quality within either side. It was very, very boring and pretty much a very disappointing game of football, because you have Kilmarnock very, very good at home, very exciting players on the ball, and then you've got Rangers who, when they're at their game, can play as good as anyone in the Scottish League. So you're thinking they were going to come after them, they were going to really go at each other, just like the Aberdeen game 3-4 days ago. That's the game I was expecting, but we just never really got that. It wasn't even if both teams were kind of cancelling each other out. It was just, there was no real moments of quality in the game, and I think that was the biggest lacklustre performance maybe of the season regarding the Rangers in my personal opinion. Now there's obviously a couple of incidents to talk about, refereeing, and that's where we're going to start off today's video, because it's absolutely shocking. If you've not actually seen the incident, that's it right up there. I'll throw up a picture or a video if I can do. Basically, Powell, I know he's going for the ball and everything like that, but he makes clear contact with the face. The boot is far too high. It absolutely scuds him in the face, but the referee gives a yellow card. Now, you want to talk about consistency within the SFA. 3-4 days ago, McKenna received a straight red card for connecting with his boot hitting Alfredo Morelos in the face. Whether it was much contact or not, it's the fact that his foot obviously hit the guy's face. That's what was explained by the SFA, and that cleared up why Scott McKenna was sent off. But 3 days later, by far a worse version. This is absolutely horrific. This is like a full run scud right to the side of the face. It was honestly like a Shawn Michaels finisher from the early 90s to even the late 2000s. Now obviously, if you don't agree with that being a red card, you might throw in and say, aye, but he's looking at the ball, he's clearly trying to bring the ball down. It doesn't matter. When the foot is that high, it's got to be a red card, surely. Come on now. And to sum up the overall referee's performance before we go any further in with the actual game itself, Chris Sutton, yeah, he said that Kilmarnock should have been down to 9 men. When you've got Chris Sutton saying that, it says it all. So we already know about one sending off. The other sending off was when Kurt Broadfoot obviously gave away the penalty. He was booked. Then about 5 minutes later, he'd done this just stupid, ridiculous, off-the-ball challenge on Jermaine Defoe, which should have been his second yellow card. Consistency. But I am in no way trying to blame the performance on the referee at all. We didn't do our jobs well. That was just a talking point in a game that ends 0-0 with very little shots on target. I've got to talk about it. But it wasn't just the horrific challenge from Powell on Ryan Jack. There was a clear chance of a goal scoring opportunity for Glasgow Rangers where they received a penalty kick, won terrifically by Ryan Kent, who didn't give up on it, kept chasing, fighting with the defender, wins the ball back, passes into Scotty Arfield, who has a shot, and Broadfoot slide in, he's got his hands out, he basically cradles the ball, he saves it basically. I say it was a really good save, the made you think about it, wasn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. Maybe he's got a clear choice. Clear penalty kick. Obviously people was going to throw in the conspiracy theory saying, you've got as many penalty kicks in these games. It doesn't matter if they're right, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if we got a penalty versus Kilmarnock the day it was a clear penalty. Do you want the referee to start saying, oh, they had one last week, let's balance out and ignore decisions? Like, really? But Captain Tavernier, who hit 10 out of his first 10 for the Glasgow Rangers, ends up missing, so that means he's missed 2 in the last 5, and it was a horrific penalty, one of the worst that he's actually hit. I thought he went bottom right a lot like he did obviously in the previous game versus Aberdeen, but if you actually watch it back, he scuffs it right down the middle, very like Sam Cosgrove's penalty versus Rangers. Al McGregor just couldn't really get his foot at it. It was the kind of the exact opposite. He scuffs it right down the middle, and the goalkeeper ends up getting a strong foot in it and clears it away. And yeah, after the first half, I really thought we'd have been a lot more chances that I would have been able to speak about, but that is the biggest goal scoring chance on the Rangers side of things. But to be fair to Kilmarnock, they also had a goal scoring scramble that was cleared away once again by Andy Halliday. Nah. Every single time he plays, he just seems to be playing a 10 out of 10. It's unbelievable, the remarkable transformation that that man has made. It's frightening. Anyway, the goal line scramble once again from a corner kick. Something I talked about in the Aberdeen fan recap, saying we're very, very poor at defending corner kicks. Kilmarnock, it's kind of just bounces everywhere. Malumbu has a kick at it. I think he was ushered off the ball by, I think it was Ryan Jack. Don't quote me on that one. It's hard to sort of remember. But they were literally just bodies everywhere. People swiping at it. Ends up getting a shot away from Kilmarnock. The goalkeeper palms it brilliantly, by the way. I don't think the save's getting enough credit as it actually deserved, because he does put his hand out. But the rebound, I think, is actually trickling in, and that's when Andy Halliday steps up and boots it away. Again, that all happened in the first half, and you're thinking, right, we're going to go out in the second half. Kilmarnock's going to be ready. Rangers going to be ready. I'm ready for fireworks. It was a soggy firework. Just honestly, they couldn't like the match. It was dreadful. I mean, the only chance I can think about in the entire second half, bar maybe Ryan Kent decided not to shoot when he probably should have, right near the death, was Jermaine Defoe. Ross McCrory, who's an absolute soldier, by the way. I know I said this on Twitter, but I've never seen a player get so many knocks in a game and just doesn't go off. He seems to hurt his ankle with his shin, he gets elbowed in the face, he gets up and he fights on, and he continues to fight for the badge. And the chance that was actually created was exactly because he just didn't give up on the ball, continued to fight, intercepts the ball, the defender's coming, he wins that one, he then plays a beautiful pass into Jermaine Defoe. The defender absolutely wipes McCrory out, by the way, after he's passed it. But Jermaine Defoe on the right hand side of the box with the goalkeeper coming, sort of goes for like a lift finish, but ends up rolling it just unfortunately wide, which was the only thing I can think about in the entire second half. So we're actually going to move over and talk about a couple of the Rangers players that I thought personally played well in the overall performance. I thought basically Ross McCrory, again, I know he's wasteful in possession and that frustrates a lot of people, myself included, but he's a true warrior in the midfield who's only going to get better with game time. He's a real prospect. And since he's came into the end of the first half of the season, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Barely anyone gets by him. And he's a vital part now in the cog of our machine. Is that a real saying, or did I just butcher that as well, like I've butchered my own life? The only other player I'm going to speak positively in this video is actually going to be Andy Halliday. As previously mentioned, he put in a strong overall performance, but there was a lot of people that just didn't really step up. I thought the game just passed Arfield by completely. I thought Daniel Candace put in the worst performance he's put in a Rangers shirt for a very long time. Now, you know how much I love Candace. I talk about him all the time. I genuinely love the guy. I love everything he does on the football field, how hard he works, but his crossing was putrid. And I've got to call him out on that, just dreadful. Every single time we got the ball out wide, getting people in the box, it was just scunnered over. Even Ryan Kent was slightly disappointing in the overall game. Jermaine Defoe, I've seen a couple of things on Twitter and everything like that, but for me personally, I don't think we create anything for him. He's not an Alfredo Morelos. He's not going to hold the ball up. He's not going to win those kind of things and make his own chances. You've really got to give him the ball in the areas where he's dangerous the most. Also, before I forget, by the way, I think Jermaine Defoe really went down far too easy in the box. I know there was foot-to-foot contact. I've seen the pictures and retweeted on Twitter and everything like that, but I just think he went down far too easily, so I've got to call him out on that and keep it fair. But unfortunately, that's going to be the end of today's fan recap, in my personal opinion, because I wish there was more stuff I could talk about, but it was genuinely one of the worst games of the season overall, and I hate to say that. But what's your thoughts and opinions? Let me know down in the comment section below. That is why the channel is there. Also, it is to read the wonderful tweets from you guys out on Twitter, so we'll jump to there. 3, 2, 1. They're going to love this. Their transition. They'll love this. Aye, we're finally going to look like a real YouTuber. Where is it? Just taking me a minute, mate. I know, just taking me a minute. Right, okay, got it. Now transition in. Awesome. So over to YouTube. As always, there's no match poll because I don't think anyone really stepped up. By my opinion, was Andy Halliday and Ross McCrory's overall play. But let's hear from the people then. Bob Steele says this game is best forgotten about. We'll beat them at home. Next up, St Johnstone at Ibrox. The chase continues. Likely won't see your video till the morning, CJ. Look forward to seeing it then. Thank you so much, Bob. Jonathan says McCrory runs the show. Only real highlight. Need to change the style up a bit when you don't have the Buffalo up top. That's a very good shout. The banter years. Come on. Says just say it was shite and cut off the camera, mate. Next up comes from Craig, who spells his name with a K. That's unusual. He says, instantly forgettable game tonight with no redeeming qualities. Joshua McGinty saying rhymes with fish. Dish. Belly K says, enjoy training. Thanks. It was cold. Very cold. Very cold. Reese, James and Tav says, one word comes to mind. Shite. Saw that one coming. Scott Duncanson says, missed Alfie up top. Shocking service to Defoe. Tav was also poor. McCrory was man of the match. Also, the referee had a shocker. Kilmarnock should have been down to 9 men. Even Chris Sutton said it. Yeah, I was surprised as well. And the last 2 or 3 that were actually read out come from Taylor. It writes, Pish. Cammy says, well, that was shocking. Ped55 says, Arfield is terrible. Should have been subbed long before he was. And the last one we'll actually read out, just to make it fair, comes from Bang Moles. She writes in, shite. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The people have had their say. I've heard mine as well. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, where we are now up to 51 strong, the link for that is down in the description below. I've been Siege Over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.